Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Welcome everybody. Stone's live here on a late Sunday night. Thank you for joining us. I'm here along with Taylor Smith.
Yep.
I'm Michael Longcar, and we are here tuning in for the final table of the last Sunday of the month, 40K here at Stone's. First place is $12,600. Should be an exciting run here.
Yeah.
All right, so
30K guarantee, and we had 53,000 in the prize pool.
yes, yeah, a big turnout today. The prize pool was guaranteed at 40, and it got to what, 53?
30 this week.
It was 30 this
We
week.
reduced it a little bit.
It was a 30K prize pool today, and it ended up exceeding tremendously to 53,000. So yes, thank you for joining us, everybody. It's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be a late night.
It's gonna be a late night.
Buckle up, everybody.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
Got work in the morning, so maybe over 9 o'clock ending time?
Hopefully we'll be done by 9.
It's gonna be way before that.
Yes. All right. So
Let's get down to the table.
We have 4 million chips in play. Take a look at the final table here. In seat 1 here is Deb. Always a very vibrant personality at the tables, always fun to play with. In seat 2, we have Selena. She's playing 309,000. And one of my favorite people in the world. I've played poker with this guy many, many times, hung out with him outside of the poker world many times. Randy, as I like to call him. He is the he's the second short stack with 177,000. The blinds are coming back here for the final table at, I believe, 15,000, 30,000.
Yep.
So Randy's coming in with about 6 big blinds. In seat 4, how you say it?
We.
Awesome. That's awesome. You know how to pronounce that. Wee's coming in with 520,000. Nice, healthy, above average stack. In seat 5, we have George. Gentle George. Very close to chip lead, almost virtually tied for chip lead with 960,000.
I'll take this one because it's your name.
Yes.
All right, in seat 6, it's Michael. Look at that picture. He's like waxing on, waxing off over there. 156,000 chips for Michael. In seat 7, Julian. Looks like he's going by Jay.
AKA Jay.
He's got 197,000. We got the mustache in seat 8. Andres got 413,000. And last but not least,
Seat number 9.
Marcus.
Marcus, our chip leader, with 989,000.
Yep.
All right. Everyone's playing for the first place prize of $12,638. A nice little present here on a Sunday
Chunk
night.
of change, yeah. 1 day of work.
Yes. All right, action starts off here on Michael, the always stylish Michael.
Yeah. I
Folds
love
under
his
the gun.
wardrobe. I wish I owned his wardrobe.
He's always fly. He's always wearing some cool stuff going on. Andres looks down at Ace Jack, under the gun +2. Big blinds at 30,000. Looks like he's gonna open up here with a raise.
wish I could tell how much that was. 30. Oh, those are yellow chips, not pink chips. 75-ish.
And it looks like, as Taylor said, around 75K. Nice little 2.5 times the big blind raise, and takes down the first pot to start it off.
And there goes all the hands, real quick.
All right, so here we go. Here's a nice little chip count for you all to see where everyone's at. Average stack's right around 15 bigs. Have you played tournaments here at Stones often, or?
I don't play them often because usually I'm working them, but they're great. I love them.
So you're dealing them quite a bit.
Yeah, I see most of them.
Yes. Yeah, I really like the structures here at Stones. It's really good. It's really good.
I agree. Yeah, the few that I have played in feel great. I mean, obviously dealing them,
Yeah.
you don't really know, but
Yeah, that's the one thing Stones really offers here is even for these daily tournaments like this, for the one-day tournament, structure's always really good. Lots of play compared to other places. Andres looks down at King Jack suited, and he decides to limp in for 30,000.
yeah, and like to make the structure even better, I mean, it was a $350 buy-in. I believe it used to be 15,000 in chips starting stack, but we reduced it by $50. We did reduce the guarantee, but we've been hitting over 40K anyways.
Didn't even matter, yeah.
And we gave you 5K more starting stack.
Boom.
It's 20,000 starting stack now.
I like that math. That's good.
Like $50 less for 5,000 more. Okay.
Okay. All right, so George limps in out of the small blind with 8-9 offsuit. Michael looks down at pocket twos as the short stack of the table
Ship it.
and shoves it all in for, looks like 148,000 after the big blind. Yep. Andres is asking for a count. It's going to be 118,000 more to call. I'm definitely expecting a call here. The price is right.
Yeah, and Andres started the table with 413, so it's about a little over a quarter of a stack.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Can't really see any scenario here where he doesn't call. He's got a hand that's definitely strong enough to open. He decided to play a little careful and limp in, and now he's got a nice price here to knock out our first all into the table.
I think the main thing he's probably thinking about right now is that he's got one player behind him, and it's a limped pot. So does he think George limps in with a big hand here?
No. You really don't have to worry about this too much because it was limped out of the small blind. Wow. Big fold by Andres.
It's gonna be a long night.
It is going to be a long time. And Michael takes down the pot. Nice start from Michael. Bumps up from about, 5 big blinds to start, back up to 8.
Yeah. Boom. 100K profit, almost 90K.
So we've got 9 players left. If you're just joining us here, thank you everybody. It's a little midnight action going on here at Stones. We've got about, let's see, we've got 5 or 6 cash games running. Action's still good. Come on down if you're just hanging out on your couch in the Sacramento area and want a little gaming.
I was playing until like 30 seconds.
You were at the buzzer.
I was like,
at the buzzer.
I was like running.
I was yelling at this guy. I was like, hey, we got
chips,
20 seconds. Get over here.
Chips are sitting right here.
Playing a hand.
I was like, hold on, give me a second. I'm in a big hand. This is on the 1-2 table, so obviously it wasn't a big hand, but.
Folds around to Randy.
Does that
I
come
love
from that song. I'd rather eat Randy.
Oh no, I was calling Randy like I always think of Austin Powers like
Oh,
Do I?
make you Randy?
Do I?
Yeah.
he's Randy.
No, you gotta watch that. What is it?
What is that? What are you referring to?
I can't remember what the comedian. I want to say his name's like Julian Smith or something. He sings this song and he's like, "I'd rather eat Randy."
Never heard that.
And he's like
I'm definitely gonna look it up
I don't know
after
if he's
the
like
show.
a vampire or like a cannibal or something. It's the funniest.
So we got a raise from the
Really
cutoff
good.
pre-flop here. How do you pronounce it again? We? Is it we?
I believe so.
We? That's how you say it? You're the one mispronouncing it, not me. It's like at the table. I only fold out of turn when the guy to the right folds out of turn. We'll go with we. Raises to 85K, takes it down. Pretty standard raise from the cutoff with the suited ace. A lot of short stacks here at the table with around 10-ish big blinds, so shouldn't see a whole lot of super craziness just yet with all the short stacks. Everyone's kind of waiting around, trying to move up the pay up jump and wait for their spot.
That's what I would be doing with 5 bigs.
Folds to Randy, lays it down. Folds around to Michael on the button. Lays down 7-8 offsuit. And now Jay in the small blind looking down at 8-4, trying to decide what to do. Nope, moves on to the next one. Oh, and much to Andres' dismay, look at that. Ace-king suited in the big blind. No one likes to see that.
That sucks.
You gotta walk with the nuts. The essential nuts.
You know what? That's not we. I saw his face.
No, it's not.
Wah.
It's Wah. Okay, Wah. Excuse me, Wah. I'm sorry, Wah.
I am very sorry, Wah.
We got it right now, though. We got it right.
See, he's like in a weird spot. I didn't see his face. I thought it was weird. Last month, he was at the final table. My bad, Wah. I kept looking at his name. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not. And then I saw his face and I was like, darn it.
All right, we got it. We're on point now.
Yep.
Action's gonna start on Deb here in the C1 under the gun. She lays down King 8.
Ooh, I think their intro pictures are different than their profile pictures. I like that.
Yeah. Randy shoves all in for 5, just over 5 big blinds with 10-9 suited.
Oh, but Michael still has the wax on, wax off. So, so we're good.
I love it. And looks like Randy's gonna get through. Big chip up for his stack.
We're assuming.
Nice.
We're assuming it goes. 6 deuce offsuit. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Randy, ladies and gentlemen, scoops the pot.
Eat Randy. I'm serious. You gotta see that, man.
I'm definitely gonna look it up after the show now. I've never heard that
So
song.
good.
What is that, like 80s or something?
No, it's not.
It's new?
But no, it's. I mean, I wouldn't say new, but it's not 80s.
Newish.
It's like in the 2000s, but
Okay,
they
okay.
make it like it's 80s.
Okay.
Like the music video is totally 80s.
Retro, okay.
It's so good. It's pretty good. Like, I wish I could just like pop it up, put it in the corner.
Oh, that's good.
I actually do some Twitch streaming myself, like from my house, and like if that brought. Hold on, let me get my train of thought. If I like thought of that, I would have popped it up. I would have been like, all right, you guys, you gotta watch this.
Oh, that's great.
So now everybody, if you're near a computer, which obviously you probably are, you gotta look it up. Don't turn this off though, because we're in for some exciting poker action. Do you know Greg? Greg was in the tournament like 15 deep, and I was really hoping he'd be in this final table.
I don't.
Oh, Greg.
I guarantee I know.
You probably know Greg. The coach. Coach Greg. I can't remember what high school he's coached for, but
I know if I saw him, I'd probably. So thanks for joining us in the chat, everybody. This is, if you're just joining us, this is the Stones last Sunday of the month. It was a 30K today, but the prize pool, it got exceeded to 53,000.
7.
Randy looks down at Pocket Queens, one of the short stacks with 234,000.
I'm pretty sure he's going nowhere.
What's up, Dreezy?
85K.
Makes it 85K. With Queens.
Just about 3x.
Trying to entice someone to get it in with him, or at least call and go to the flop with his queens.
Sneaky,
oh,
sneaky.
Wow.
Oh, Deb with ace.
Deborah looks ace king suited. I heard the all in.
400.
Randy snap calls. And the classic flip.
Classic.
Randy needing to survive this all in to stay in the tournament. Deborah has him covered by a little amount here.
Deb's a little scared. You can see it on her face.
All right, to the flop.
Boom.
Oh,
there's a king right on the flop.
Wow, what an interesting flop. Randy flops a flush draw.
Diamonds.
A 10 or a diamond for Randy on the river.
Oh, nope. Doesn't get there.
No bueno. Deborah knocks out Randy.
Knocks out Randy.
Good game, man. 9th place.
Deb says, I'd rather eat Randy.
So yes, once again, if you're just joining us, everyone, this is the final last Sunday of the month tournament here at Stones. Randy will collect a nice little $1,210 cash for his run here tonight.
So Major Giggles in the chat says, hashtag, and where is Veronica?
Ah, where is Veronica?
I saw her.
So actually, there was like a joke going on around I guess about last week about Veronica getting kicked out.
Yeah.
And actually, I wasn't even going to be in the booth here tonight. I just came in here to play some cash games, and she actually got escorted out by security. She is now life banned from Stones.
I saw her with a ball and chain.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Veronica's, we'll see. We shall see.
Rest in pieces. Is that like our moment of silence? We're just like, yep.
Rest in peace, Veronica. You'll be missed here at Stones.
I was actually here playing a cash game because I'm a DGen, and I and I looked over there when he was saying that. I was like, oh, really? I saw nothing.
Folds around to J in the cutoff. No one really having a playable hand here. Folds around to Deb in the small blind with King 6. Just trying to decide whether to limp, whether to raise.
$90,000.
Just won a nice little pot with Ace King.
All in. Ace Jack for Selena. Battle of the ladies. Okay, I thought she snap called, but that was just her 90,000 going in there.
So it looks like we had a raise to what looks around 100 and no.
I heard Carl verbalize 90,000, I believe.
That's all right. That's all right. So raised to right around like 90. Yeah, it looks like raised to 90,000. Selena goes all in for 190 more. And now Deb's trying to figure out if the price is right. Bob Barker style. She has Selena covered by what looks like around 350,000 or so.
Yeah, looks like it. Lays it down.
And she lays it down.
So what do you think about a raise there? Do you think I think it might have been a little too much. What are the blinds? The blinds are the blinds are 1530. Never mind. I was thinking. For some reason I was thinking it was like 7,500, 15,000, but that's 3x. Not a huge raise. And she just got unlucky.
Yeah.
Blind picked up an ace.
Yeah, she definitely knew that she was no good there and got away. On to the next one. Only giving a very small amount of her profit from the last hand away. Action's going to start here on George in C5 under the gun with the big stack.
George is a fun player to watch. I don't know if you've ever seen George
I've never
play,
seen George. I've
but
never
George-
seen this guy.
George is a regular on final tables. He kills it, man.
Nice.
I mean, look at his chip stack. He started the table second in chips. Like,
Looks like he's cutting out a raise here.
he's a killer. See what I mean?
He's
Ace
coming after
five
it.
of diamonds.
Ace 5 of diamonds under the gun. Good enough a raise for George. Raises to 60,000, a min raise.
He says, "Come and get it, boys."
Wow.
Wow, with queen here. He says,
Gotta love this. Question is how much? He says all of it.
In
554.
54.
George definitely doesn't
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
like-
Gets out of the way.
George would call a 3-bet there, I'm assuming, but not that big of a 3-bet.
We're gonna go with Wah. Shows the ladies. Here's our updated chip count.
I think he showed George. The ladies were actually on the right side of him. That was
Shows
a
the-
joke. That was terrible. I know. What do the commentators think color fold there? Are you talking about the blind versus blind?
Yeah,
the
they were
last hand?
talking about the King 6.
I don't know. Do you call there?
I mean, honestly, if I was teleported into that spot, I would have to call. If the price was right.
Okay. I mean, I probably would not call, but I can understand. I can understand that you kind of have to call there. It was like, what was it? 100K more?
It was 190 more.
190
Yeah.
more. So yeah, that's a tough spot to be in.
Looks like Marcus mixing it up a little bit, deciding to use his leverage as the big stack, raises up to 65,000, a king deuce suited, and takes it down successfully. Marcus moving up just a little bit more here as the chip leader, almost a million.
Yeah, here's the chip stacks here. The two smallest stacks are Michael and Jay, 6 and 3 big blinds respectively. They're gonna be, I mean, obviously they're trying to move up the ladder, but they're also trying to pick up chips, so I mean, they're gonna have to pick their spots wisely. I mean, obviously Michael's gonna look for Jay to ship it pretty soon and hopefully move up that pay ladder before he does. He has to move all in himself, but if he picks up a hand, he picks up a hand, you know.
Yep. Action will start on Jay. Looks down at King 3 suited with
Speaking of 3 big blinds,
3 big blinds. Contemplating if this is
that's a
the one.
really tough spot for me, at least.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
this is
think
a
I
get it in.
do.
This
I
is a
think
get it
I
in
do
spot.
that move as well.
You got to get it in here. It's either this hand or next hand.
Yeah, exactly.
King 3 suited.
Oh, and Andres got him dominated with the diamonds. I don't know if he makes this call though. Yeah, he folds.
Yeah,
Too many players behind him.
A lot of players behind him. Marcus looks down at 6-4 offsuit, which will not do it. Deb folds King 9 suited. Oh, and George,
George has ace 10.
ace 10. Looks like he's making the call.
Yeah. And Michael with 4s. Ooh, this is
Interesting spot now. This is a really interesting spot. He's got 167,000.
He's got to think that Jay could have any king, any ace under the gun. I mean, he had 3. Oh, is he gonna lay this down? I mean, George did snap call when it was his turn.
So now you're thinking, okay, there's going to be a side paw here with me and George.
He's looking to bump up the ladder. I mean, obviously, if they both got knocked out this hand, he would bump up the ladder.
So George, a 2-1 favor here, going to the flop with ace-10. Looking to knock out Jay.
4 on the turn.
Oh, here we go.
Diamonds.
Wow. It's always a sweat.
It's a sweat. 4
Jay
diamonds.
looking for a king, a 3, or a diamond. There's the king.
There's the king.
Now George is looking for a non-diamond ace or jack on the river. And it is not there.
Doesn't get there.
Jay is going to double up. No longer the short
I mean,
stack.
he did have 3 big blinds, so more than a double up for him. He added 170K to his stack.
And now Michael is the short stack with 5 bigs.
Triple up for Jay on that hand.
Nice triple up. Really nice. Mark is still sitting pretty. Has everyone covered by 11 bigs.
You hear Deb in seat 1. Oh, look, we can see all their hands. And she's like pointing over to one of the monitors. I like hearing the table talk. It's
Definitely.
part of the game. Especially in the cash games. The cash games are...
I know, yeah. It's
The table talk gets so good.
It is interesting how from any cash game to tournament, you know, the table talk is just so much more lively, and just the atmosphere between cash games and tournaments is just so different.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even the rules, you know, the rules are different for tournament too. So you can't really talk as much in tournament, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah, certain
tournaments tend to
players
be
have
more
mixed
serious.
emotions on that. Like, you know, I talk to certain people that love how cash games are so talkative and social, and then I talk to other people that love how tournaments are just business, focus, no talking. You know, it's to each his own, I guess.
I think I like both ways. I think the way it is pretty good, because yeah, cash games are supposed to be like that. You're playing with your own money. It's physical money, and you can say whatever you want, whatever. Heads up, obviously. Say whatever you want, like do whatever you want to get a call. But like tournaments, I feel like it should be how it is. Like I feel like there shouldn't be shenanigans going on, because you're all playing for the same prize pool, you know.
Andres raises up with King Jack under the gun, takes it down. Moves up to 17 bigs. Nice healthy average stack. Michael's now on the button with the short stack with 4 bigs, so he's got the complete round to find a spot and get it in.
What are the antes at? The antes are 4,000, so he's gonna be losing 4,000 a hand, but.
Yeah. Card stuck.
Looks like we had some kind of little misdeal here of some sort. Justin, the boss, Curitis, coming in to sort it out. Looks like we got a misdeal.
The boss. I call this Carl being Carl.
Good old Carl.
And we lost it. And it's back.
All right, so now we have to come up with. We came up with Randy's song. We have to try and find everyone's song. We have to try and find a song for everyone now.
You know, I think like it was like some conspiracy. They're like, hey, that Taylor guy, he's singing this song way too much in the booth. Randy, you gotta go. Made the call.
So basically, whoever's the next victim of putting their name with the song, they're gonna be out. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. have that effect on people. Oh, Mr. Giggles makes a good point. What are the chip values? We didn't go over the chip values, so I'm gonna run down them for you.
You're the man. You got it.
The blue plaques that you see, they're blue and red, I believe. Those are 25,000. The yellow chips are 10,000. The pink chips are 5,000, and the black chips are 1,000. Sorry for not mentioning that earlier. Oh, well then the Nightbot shows me up.
Right there. There they are. Anyone watching knew you got that in before the Nightbot. Come on.
Can we get a ruling? If only there was a camera in here, you know? Slow motion instant replay.
So last hand there was one of those hands where Wah. We're going with Wah, right? We're sticking with Wah? Okay.
Hopefully.
Wah made,
No.
Wah made
Yes.
a light open raise there with Jack 8 offsuit from the cutoff.
Yeah.
Excuse me, the hijack.
Yes.
And
Buttons moved, yep.
that decision to open raise that Jack 8 offsuit prevented Michael from making a very standard 4 big blind shove there with King 7 suited. Altered his decision there, and it's always interesting when you see hands like that.
Yeah. Play affecting other play.
Yep. Deborah looks down at
Playception.
exactly. Deborah looks down at Jack 9 suited under the gun. Looks like she wants to play it. No?
Changed her mind. She said, I'm at the final table. I'm not here very often. It is good to see Deb at the final table because I do see her in here. She grinds the tournaments out. I don't think I've seen her go this far, but it's good to see her there. Jay's got 8-6, lays it down. Andres is suited with Queen.
He's got the
What
chip
do you
lead.
do here?
He's got the chip.
Before he acts.
I mean, I'm a big fan of pretty much. I pretty much limp just about everything from the small blind.
Just in case the big blind decides to get squirrely when you have aces.
Yeah, I want to keep pot small out of position. I want to kind of merge my range of limping hands all the way, the whole range of just you don't know what I have, and
Yeah, so
I'm
he
gonna limp
did,
aces. I'm gonna limp 5-6 offsuit.
so he did that. He limped, and then Marcus put in a raise with an ace.
So a little min raise here
Min raise,
from
yeah.
Marcus.
And Andres made the call.
And the perfect flop for some action with these two
Crazy
hands.
board right
Marcus
here.
flops 2 pair aces and 7s. Andres flops the flush draw. This hand is gonna be pretty likely to go to a turn.
I wouldn't be surprised if Andres put a bet in here.
Andres is trying to decide what to do here. Puts in a check.
So
Marcus counts out a stack.
60K, less than half the pot.
Bets 60K into 152. $162. Andres calls.
Ooh, it's this pair.
Andres
is
picks
going
up 2 pair.
nowhere now. Check, check.
Turn goes check, check. River is a 2 of spades. Andres here is just really hoping for another check, check. Hopefully his 2 pair 7s and 6s are good. And he does go check, check, but unfortunately for him, Marcus flips up the ace and extends his chip lead here at the final table.
I think if I'm Andres there, I think I bet the turn.
Bet out on the turn.
I'm pretty sure I do. Just see where I'm at.
And then what do you do if you
If I get called, I shut down. I mean,
shut down?
I mean, it
blank on
went
the
check,
river?
check, check, check anyways.
Take a little stab out of there, and if you don't improve, shut it down. And that's the tough part about playing the hand out of the small blind out position.
Yep.
Marcus extends his chip lead, almost has a 2-to-1 chip lead now on the second biggest stack with 1.1 million. I think he's the first player to eclipse the 1 million mark.
Oh, does that count? Does that count?
That's
I don't know! It was... Mr. Giggle asks, how much would I bet there? What was it? What was in the pot?
it was 272.
272 in the pot. I don't know, I gotta bet like 125, 150. I think that's what I would do. Obviously, you've never seen me at one of these tables, so.
Michael looks down at King Jack offsuit, and with 4 big blinds, that looks like the nuts. He makes a very standard shove with King Jack.
And he stands up, I believe. Did he stand up?
He stood up.
That means he has the nuts. Anytime anybody stands up,
Is that a thing?
yeah. I mean, yeah. Duh.
Noted.
Haven't you ever watched poker on TV? Jeez.
And Deborah looks down at 5 deuce offsuit. It's 106 more to call, and she lays it down.
Boom. In the green, 73,000. They say on Stones Live, more Ks are good, and he just increased by 73 Ks. Look at that, Jay and Michael competing for last place.
7 big blinds
7 big
each.
blinds each. Jay has a slight edge, but
Same stacks for the most part.
basically peanuts at this stage. I just love when Carl's dueling this table. Like, I don't know why, I just love it. Carl's the best.
Carl's a very interesting guy. I like Carl.
I love Carl. He can do like the Dos Equis commercials, 'cause he's a pretty interesting man. Steve9994 says, how's the food at Stones? I heard it's great.
Honestly, seriously, I feel like I'm just like getting, like, people think I'm just like getting paid extra to like plug Stones. Like, I'm not. I can say whatever I want here. Stones food is genuinely, like, even if you don't like to gamble, it's a great spot for a date. It's like super good food, very good pricing.
Yeah, and if she goes to the restroom, we can sneak away to the blackjack tables, whatever.
Exactly.
Oh, did you hear that?
What's up?
I just heard some naughty words being said in the chat. It wasn't actually naughty words. It was a rival casino name.
Actually, never been there. So I cannot.
I've never been to any rival places.
I can't confirm or. If you do come to Stones, make sure you try the duck tacos.
Savodez says, 8 tricks has better food.
George is going to start off the action with pocket 6s. See what he decides to do here. Looks like he's going to come in for a raise.
I'm surprised he only bet 60,000 here, because George is kind of the player that sees a hand like that and usually goes a little crazy with it. Maybe he's holding back his action for a little later. Well, makes the call with 10-4. Almost 2 overs.
Almost 2 overs. Oh, and
Speaking of overs,
perfect flop
it's
for
one
the
of
big
them.
blind here.
Well, the only over.
He flops top pair. George, got to think your 6s are good here most of the time. Mm-hmm. Expecting him to put in a C-bet, which he does.
Oh wow, 150.
And yeah, it looks like a big C-bet. That's like a
big
pot
C-bet.
C-bet. Gotta be a little scared here if you're walling. He says, no, I'm not scared. I'm gonna snap call that.
So,
Jack on the turn.
Jack.
And wow, I think George is just playing his table image and saying, I am gonna go for it right here. And
See what I mean?
perfect timing to really do this. I mean, Waz got to think he's beat.
Ooh, he called.
Wow. And he
Good.
said, I just don't buy it. Wow. Wow.
Wow. Great call.
George is going to have to hit a 2-outer now to stay in this. Oof. And I think he has George covered. I think
Yeah, I
George,
believe
yep,
so.
George is going to be out in 8th place. Very interesting hand. Wow. Under the gun raise. You decide to defend with 10-4 suited. It's fine. Comes a 10 high flop. And now your opponent has raised under the gun, who's supposed to be strong there, bets pot.
Yeah.
And obviously he just didn't buy it. He thought it was weak. He snap called and decided.
Yeah, I think George might have thought the jack peeling off might scare Wah a little bit, and shipping it might take the pot.
And obviously we're just jumping here into the final table. We haven't seen any hands played up to this point. We don't know
Yeah, we
player
don't,
histories. We don't know.
if they have
We don't know what
history with
hands
each
they
other.
played against each other in at the table before, and maybe that came into play right there. But regardless, we have a new chip leader now.
Yeah, Wah said I just don't buy it, so I think he might have played with him earlier today, or he has played with him in the past. Like I said, George is kind of the player that'll see a
You
hand
said
like
it, you said it,
sixes,
you said it.
And look what happened.
You said it.
You know what I mean? Obviously, players don't play the same way every time, but I'm not very surprised with that. What says? Oh man, that's good. Carl says, hey, we lost one. What says, it's not me. Not me this time.
I love this chat. You guys are hilarious. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Thanks for joining us in the chat as well. And Jay looks down at ace-4 suited. 7 big blinds. Decides to get it in with ace suited here.
I don't blame him under the gun for doing this, of course. Gets through Deb, gets through Selena. Waz got king high, folds it. Michael's, oh, I thought they said all in. He's got, this is,
So Michael's in the big blind here now, and he has just about the exact same stack as Jay. So this definitely comes into play here. This comes into play here because if you fold,
you fold, he has a bigger chip stack than you. If you call, you're putting your tournament life at risk.
this is actually a really interesting spot. Queen Jack, you figure to be matching up pretty well against Jay's shoving range here.
Man, that's so
This is an interesting spot.
He might sit on this. He might sit on this for a couple seconds, and like he might take about a minute. I'm guessing. He's gonna eat a few bites of his salad.
Okay, let's all take a guess. How many forkfuls is he gonna take here before he makes
Well,
his
there was
decision?
one.
Okay.
Walk cracks me up. Oh, he makes the lay down.
Makes the lay down.
I was wrong. It wasn't
And
quite a
shows
minute.
the
It was more like
ace.
30 seconds. Yeah, Michael's ecstatic to see that ace. He's like, yes! I don't care if you had ace deuce. Okay, so they're on break now, but we heard that all they're doing is a ship race. Should be only about 4 to 5 minutes, and they're gonna jump right back into it. These players are tired. They've been playing well over
What was the start time for this tournament?
10 a.m.
Wow, 10 a.m.
They've been
That
playing
is
12 hours.
Blasphemy.
More
Wow,
than 12
10 a.m.
hours. 14 hours. Going on 14 hours. So these guys just kind of want to truck through.
Noon start times are hard enough for me. 10 a.m. That's rough. Oh man. All right, so we are down to the final 7 players. We've got Wah with what we seem to be about 45, 46 bigs. It's a massive chip leader after making that heroic call with the 10-4 suited. He definitely had a read and went with it. And
Yeah, it was
now
a
he is
great read.
yeah, the dream. 95% favorite. Shipped it. Have you played against any of these players left the table? Or
I deal to them all the time.
okay, so
Most
you said you've seen Dad,
most of these players I deal to all the time. I haven't really played against them, so like when you're dealing to them, you don't really. A lot of times when you're dealing, you're not paying attention to play or anything. But
That's the interesting thing. I've never so as a dealer here, how difficult is it to keep the game managed and still kind of figure out what people are doing, or are you doing that? Or are you just what's the thought process as a dealer here on the tournaments?
I mean, most of the time I kind of just drop how people play completely because everyone plays differently, and you're only sitting at the table for 40 minutes. So a lot of times there's new faces. Even if you've seen this person play a million times, they could be playing this hand differently or whatever, and you could be surprised. You could be like, oh, I'm pretty sure this person has the nuts there, and then they flip over ace high, and now your whole brain shuts down. You're like, wait, I thought you had the nuts. Holy crap! So like a lot of times you don't want to do that. A lot of times you just kind of have to wait until the hand is shown to figure out what they have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
How often do you say seat 1 and seat 9 or 10? How often do you accidentally or on purpose see their whole cards and kind of see what's going on while they're playing?
I really
All the
try
time?
not to look. I really try not to look
You
at it.
purposely try not to look.
Yeah, like if they're like showing me their hand, I'll like
You know they're kind of looking. They're trying to show you.
If they're trying to show me, I'll kind of like give an eyeball or whatever, but I'll try to give like.
And then smile really big when they have the nuts, or
Well, no. The thing is, if I look straight at their hand, I know I'm gonna give some kind of reaction.
Yeah.
So I kind of just glance and then,
keep your
like,
poker face
if
on.
I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. You know, like I try to keep the game as fair as possible. Like, and I'm not just saying that.
Yeah.
I really, genuinely try to keep the game as fair as possible because I don't really like when people show me their hand. If they're holding it too
so it makes you
high,
feel uncomfortable.
yeah, it really does. It really does because I feel like I might be giving something away to somebody else, and I don't want to do that. Obviously, I play poker too. I don't want I wouldn't want to deal with like, ooh, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, would you like if somebody in seat 1's like, and the dealer's like, no matter what it is, it could be like nut low, and they're like, oh, like, dude, just I don't know. It's
I get
just,
it.
It's too much. I agree. So we got 6 more minutes.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, thanks. Coachella shirt.
Boom.
In the house. That's right.
Triangles.
Yes.
What's about those? You know?
Palm tree, mountain, sun,
Boom.
Coachella, valley,
Stones.
easy, stones. So yeah, if you're just joining us here, we
Chips out
are
of my pocket.
on a little 10-minute break. The last Sunday of the month tournament here at Stones. It was a 30K guaranteed prize pool.
Doesn't even matter.
Doesn't matter because the prize pool shot up to
It
53.
used to be 40K, but it doesn't even matter. We hit it no matter what. Like last month was the first time we changed. The first time we did the switch, and we had over 40K. I want to say we had like 43,000 in the prize pool. So $300 instead of $350, and you still get 40K. Okay, but in this case, 53K.
Nice. So
Why not,
yeah,
you know?
$300 buy-in. Everyone's still playing for $12,600. We have 2 short stacks under 10 bigs. Our chip leader has 40, I think around 45, 46 bigs. So still a lot of play left. We are geared up for an all-nighter if there's no deal made. We will be here bringing you all the action.
Don't look over there.
It is a mind trip because we've got a delay going on.
Yeah, when you look over there, it's kind of like when the guy in seat 1 shows me his whole cards. It's kind of like you got to glance, but like I don't know, like you don't
Try not to look, but
You
I
don't
want to
want
look.
that
So
much
we're on a
information,
delay.
you know?
We're on a delay, and we are looking at the future, basically, of what we're going to be broadcasting. It's an interesting thing going on. So yeah,
What's going on? No, I'm just kidding. That thing's going on up there.
yes, join us every third Wednesday of the month for Veronica and Friends at 7 p.m. It's a 1-3, $60 to $500 buy-in game.
I laugh because it's a bigger game. It's a bigger game than it seems.
Yes, it gets really big.
If you bring $500 into the game, we'll see you at the ATM in 5 to 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
In answer to your question, Jimmy Bluffett, I have not been to Burning Man, although I actually just had a conversation with a friend in the last week about Burning Man, about how I need to get out there this year and check it out. I need to get to more concerts, man. I need to go to more festivals.
I haven't been to any of those types of festivals, and I would really like to.
Yeah. I went to Coachella in 2011. I haven't been back since. I need to get back down there. It's fun. It's wild. It's exhausting.
I imagine.
Three days of all-day partying, craziness, madness in 100-degree weather. It's fun. I need to get out to Burning Man though. I definitely want to get out to Burning Man.
Yeah,
I've heard too many stories.
I dealt the World Series a couple times, and like that couple of weeks or however long EDC lasts, you see all the people coming from EDC, and I used to have the shift that ended at like 2 a.m. and I'd go to a casino and see all the people like cool. Obviously, they're coming from EDC because they're like all dressed in whatever, and then you're like, oh, that kind of looks fun. Like, kind of want to go out to one of those, you know?
Nice.
I mean, I don't know about in the desert. That's
Yeah, I haven't been to EDC yet. I haven't been to Burning Man yet.
It ain't gonna be a heads up because we're top.
In Dust We Trust. Yes. Yeah, I gotta get out there. So we'll see. Hopefully this will be the year. There's actually a lot of good shows and concerts here in Sacramento. I'm actually always surprised when I see all the crazy stuff going on in Midtown, just on a random Friday night at the Ace of Spades or, you know.
God, I haven't been to a concert in so long. I haven't even been to Ace of Spades. Like Ace of Spades, how long has Ace of Spades been open? Like at least 5 years, right? And I haven't been there once.
No?
I used to be in a metal band. Like I used to enjoy.
You used to be in a metal band.
Yeah.
What did you play?
I did vocals. That's
You were the
vocal
singer.
terror. Like that's why my name is vocal
I didn't know
terror.
that.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I did that for a little bit. It was fun. I loved going to shows, meeting new people, but I don't go to shows anymore. It's the weirdest
How long has that been?
thing. How long has it been since I was in the band?
Yeah.
Like, actually a while.
A while.
6 years, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. Probably,
awesome.
yeah, maybe
That's
even
awesome.
more than that, but it was fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe if you see me on the freeway and you're like driving right next to me, you might see me like, and you're like, what is that guy doing? I'm not throwing up. I'm actually just like listening to really loud metal music and.
So your band was like a metal like
thing. Yeah, like screaming and yelling and murdering babies.
Wow.
We never murdered one baby though.
Okay.
Just a disclaimer: no babies were harmed in the filming of this Stones Live.
That's awesome. Like, you're a rocker, man. I did not know that. That's
Yeah, a
awesome.
lot of people meet me and they're like, really? Like, I turn on my music and it's like, "Ah!" and they're like, what the f- is that?
All right, we're back.
Boom.
Back from break.
And the blinds
40-minute
are
blind levels. 20,000, 40,000 now with a 5,000 ante. The
price
final
of
7
poker.
remain. Everyone's guaranteed 2017.
red leather, yellow leather. I was practicing that before I came in the booth. Red leather, yellow leather. Can you do that? It's really hard to do. They were like, warm up your voice. I was like, red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
Super tongue twisters.
Yeah.
Red
So
leather,
Selena
yellow
ships it with fives. Michael has ace, jack, diamonds. What just happened?
Wow, what just happened?
Are the
Oh my
graphics
gosh.
Right? Are the graphics right? What just happened?
Wow. So Selena shoved for
300K.
7.5 big blinds, and Michael is in the small blind as the extreme short stack and folded ace jack suited. Wow. It's a very surprising
And then
fold.
Jay folds king 9 suited, which
Wow.
isn't as surprising, but still pretty dang surprising.
Yeah, I can see the king 9 suited. He's got Michael covered. He knows Selena's been playing tight. The king 9 suited. I can see.
pretty obvious that Michael's trying to ride this ladder right now.
Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah,
I think he's kind of in.
I'm very surprised by that fold. That was his spot.
I feel like at some point when tournament players get so low in chips, they kind of have to have this moment where they're like, am I trying to win this tournament? Or am I trying to make the most money I possibly can before losing?
that double-edged sword,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, and I think Michael kind of had that thought when he was folding that hand, because that's...
Oh, so
Alright. Don't hit so hard.
Senator Jaws asked here, is the 1-2 no limited stones table max 2? Because some guy has like 1200 in front of him, ... So to answer your question, Senator Jaws, 1-2 no limit is actually the only no limit game here at Stones that has a $200 100 big blind cap. So if that $200 was the only money invested by that player, then they are up $1,000.
But I promise you that it's the only 1-2 game in Sacramento that you will find $1,200 in a one single stack at.
It's true.
I was at a table one day before I worked at Stones. I was over here. I had 1,200 in chips. The next guy had 11. The next guy had 1,000. The next couple of guys had like 8 or 7. Like, I'm not even joking. This is the biggest 1-2 game I have ever played in. And 200 was the table max. One guy would get up, the next guy would sit down and be like, oh, how much can I get? Pulling out $100 bills. And then the chip runner would be like, 200's the max. I'm like, 200's the max? Look at this. You know what I mean? Like, look at the
Yeah, the
chips
1-2 game here at Stones is a 100 big blind max game. So if you're sitting with 1,200, you are bossing it up. You are definitely bossing it up.
That was crazy. And all the dealers would be like, this is a 1-2 game. This is not a 1-3 game.
No, it gets the 1-2 games. The 1-2 games here, even with the 100 big blind cap, can get pretty big here sometimes.
They get big. They get big.
Deborah under the gun looks down at Ace Jack suited. She's playing right around 13 bigs. Looks like she's putting in a raise.
What did I hear? 120,000? That's 100.
100,000.
100,000.
2.5 times the big blind. Folds around to
The big blind.
The big stack.
Who has
Marcus?
drum roll?
Looks like he has some kind of playable hand. He looks like he's shaking his
Thinking
head
about
as
it.
if he doesn't know what to do.
King 10. Off.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Much stronger.
Way stronger than I thought. So he's thinking about how much to raise.
So yes, he is not contemplating whether to play the hand. He's trying to decide if he's going to flat call or if he's going to put Deborah to the test and put her all in. She has been playing tight. She's raising under the gun, which looks really strong.
I would see this just at like, if I see someone shuffling, ooh, he flats. If I see someone shuffling their plaques like that, it looks pretty strong to me. When they're thinking chips are their plaques, like, I don't know, like that looks a little strong to me.
So Marcus makes the call, and we're going to go to a flop, and Deborah does not want to see an ace rag flop.
And she hits her jack.
And she hits the jack for top.
Marcus with the backdoor clubs, which Stones
Most likely we'll see a check fold here.
I noticed with Stones Live, the backdoor clubs is like, oh, that has to be said every time. It's like, oh, the backdoor.
So Marcus checked. Deborah moved all in for her last 315,000. Excuse me, her last 415,000. And Marcus shows the ace queen suited, and Deborah's inner monologue is thinking, oh yes, life is good flopping that jack.
Yeah.
She ladders up to third in chips now with 16 bigs.
But at the same time, you see him with ace queen suited, and you're like, damn it, I could have got more money off of you, you know? I didn't have to ship it there. Obviously, if you're her, you don't want to see a king or jack, or a king or a queen on that turn. So sometimes it's just good to take it down there.
Black Lives Matter. Yes. Black Lives Matter. That's the quote of the night. Black Lives Matter.
Does that count as a theme song? Wow.
Action starts with Selena. She folds Jack 10
Corpius
suited.
one says wow, like simultaneously to my wow, I believe. At least in my mind, it was simultaneous.
Folds around to Jay,
Jay's
who's
got
playing
ducks, quack quack.
5 big blinds with 2s.
Ship it.
Very standard shove here. This is your spot. You got a pair with 3 hands
whack.
behind. You got some fold equity. You're gonna be flipping almost every time you get called.
Marcus has got one of his 2s. Folds it.
And Deborah 8-3 offsuit.
Deborah's gonna double down here, I think.
Yes. And Jay chips up.
Carl says no doubling down in this game.
No.
Carl's real stickler for that. He doesn't let people double down. Waz got 1.4 million.
He's sitting pretty.
I don't remember what that theme song was, but I'm gonna do like some kind of wow, I even put his name in there.
Nice. I like it. I
Inadvertently
like it.
put his name in there.
I like it.
Look at that.
I have peppermint that takes away.
So we've got Selena in seat 2. Like, come on. You can. Do you know any Selena songs?
No, I don't.
Dang, come on.
Ah, like I'm trying to like think of the movie right now. Like,
How do we not?
I'm trying to like picture Jennifer Lopez singing one of the songs. And I can't do it. Like I can see her doing it, but I can't hear it. Ah, I'm really good
I feel
at
like
that.
we should be crucified for not knowing a Selena song.
man.
Only the most famous Latina singer of all time.
I really don't know
Dang.
much of her music at all. Like the only stuff I know of is from the movie. You know.
Yeah. All right, back to the action.
Why? No, I'm just joking.
Folds on.
Shut up.
Folds to Andres in the cutoff. He lays it down. Now Marcus on the button.
Oh, come on. Andres folds 69. What? How do you ever fold 69?
So Marcus is putting in a raise on the button. Looks like to 100,000 with Ace-9 offsuit, and takes down the blinds.
So we did have a dealer change. It's no longer Carl. It is now Sam. Sam is a good buddy of mine. We roomed together in Vegas one year, and I got
Who's
really...
this?
Sam. the
Oh,
dealer.
Sam's the man.
Yeah,
dude. I love
Sam is
Sam.
the man, dude. We roomed together, and I came home really late one day. We're in Vegas, obviously,
When
so
was
I
this,
was
last summer?
having some. It wasn't last summer. It was
Few summers ago.
couple summers ago. Yeah, but pre-babies. We both had babies since then. We're adults now. But we had, you know, I had a few adult beverages in me. You know, I come home, I have a water bottle in my hand apparently, and I poured all over him. He's sleeping.
You just decided to mess with him.
Yes. I said, Sam, wake up. And he didn't wake up, so I poured a water bottle on him.
And that will come up. Obviously.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Because the next morning when I woke up, he told me that, hey, you poured a water bottle
you were.
on me.
Oh, I get it. I just thought you were
And
trash.
I said, what? I poured a water bottle on you.
I have eaten a pizza that was on the floor in a hallway outside of a hotel room with Sam in Vegas. That happened. That's like just the tip of the iceberg of the story. There's much more I can't go there right now. But that definitely happened.
All right, Selena's all in, I believe, with ace-4 of diamonds.
So Selena makes a standard shove with ace-4 suited, blind versus blind.
He's all in with ace-queen.
Oh, she did not shove.
Oh, I thought she did. Oh, all in to call. She raised
So she
to
raised. Okay, excuse me.
85?
Looks like she raised to 85.
I don't know. That's the dealer in me guessing that.
Yeah, it looks like 85.
85, 95.
Well, I'll put her all in and she folds, moves on.
He's gonna show it. He says, "Hey, I'm not a bully.
And Selena says, nice hand, thank you.
I don't just push around the ladies."
Excuse me. All right, he extends his chip lead to 38 bigs, 1.5. Life is good.
So now we have 4 players under 10 bigs. Jay, Andres, Selena, and who was the last one? I have a terrible memory.
Michael.
Yes,
Yes.
all under 7 bigs, really.
Almost half.
I don't want to Hollywood make a move and then it's
Jay's starting off the action here, 7-handed. It's down to 10-8. 7 bigs. Throws it away.
So Jay's kind of in an interesting spot because every time he's under the gun, Michael has the big blind, and Obviously, that's good for you because he's likely to lose his chip stack on the big blind, considering he only has a few bigs. And then he's got Wah to his right, who has an overwhelming chip lead.
So Wah limps in with 4 deuce suited. Michael checks his 9 deuce suited, and wow, what an
my
unfortunate flop
God.
for Michael.
All right, so
He flops top pair. He's drawing semi-dead against a flopped flush.
So congrats to Michael for getting for 7th place, right?
Wah checks.
Yep, that's
Michael puts it
inevitable.
in.
100%.
Wah calls, and looks like
So
we
what
are
does
going
he
to have
need?
our
Runner,
next
runner,
elimination
9
here.
deuce.
Oh, there's one of his outs.
I
Oh,
need another 9.
9 or 5. Good game, Michael. Coming in 7th place for 2017 here in 2017. Nice score. Good run. Everyone else can breathe a little easier as the short stocks have moved up the pay up ladder another $500+ Everyone's guaranteed $2,555 now.
I'd take it. I'd take any of these places right now. I probably would have taken 38th or whatever the min cash was. Yeah, Michael had a good run. Michael's a very good player. He runs deep in a lot of tournaments here at Stones.
All right, Andres under the gun. Playing 6.5 big blinds. Shoves all in with king queen.
in.
Super standard shove. Marcus with ace queen suited.
Snap call.
Calls the 260.
Selena snap folds with her ace. And we're gonna flip them.
And just about 3/4 of the time here, we are going to see our next elimination. If Marcus's ace queen suited can outlast Andres king queen.
We're in Stones Live. There's gonna be a sweat.
To the flop.
There's gonna be 3 clubs on the flop.
Jack, Jack 6. Marcus hands.
Never mind. Kind of the complete opposite.
And hits the nuts on nut flush on the turn. That'll do it for Andres. 6th place for $2,555.
Not a bad day.
Not a bad day at all.
We say goodbye to Andres.
All right, so the final 5 remain, all battling out for the $12,600+ first place prize.
Mr. Giggle says these dealers have no chill. I mean, we did just hear a story about a pizza from a floor hallway being eaten. Floor hallway.
A floor hallway pizza. There is no shame.
I don't
Sometimes in
know.
Vegas.
Can you say there's no shame in Vegas? Hold on. Hold on. You just broke the cardinal rule. I believe what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and I know
true.
Sam's gonna see this later.
Vegas is the shameful spot, so I shouldn't be saying anything.
Sam was actually just dealing to me on the 1-2 table, and he said that he watches every single one of these. He's gonna hear you say that, and he's gonna come up to you and be like, "What the hell, man?"
That was a great
That was
night.
in
That was a
Vegas?
great night with friends.
That was in Vegas. And
James
it should've
Flannery,
stayed.
who's also an employee here, he was witness to that. I think
Oh,
he
you're
actually
just gonna throw us all under the bus, huh?
Of course I gotta throw him under
Bring
the
them
bus.
all.
Come on.
Where's the lighter? Just.
So Selena, we do not know her whole cards, but she moved all in with mystery cards.
Ace 10.
Was it ace 10? Oh, you're just guessing. Okay, I got it. I'm with you now. I'm with you. I'm Mr. Gullible, so you just say something, I'm gonna believe it.
All right, we're having technical difficulties, but Sam's gonna deal right through it because he's a professional. Look at his hair. You can tell by his hair he's a professional. The only reason why I'm talking about him so much is because he told me he was gonna watch it because he told me he would watch every single show.
Sam is such a boss. He's
Yes, look at him.
he's a boss.
He's got a little one at home.
Yes, he
Pretty
does.
clst to the same age as mine, so every time I see him, I don't see him very often. We need to set up a play date, but every time I see him, hey, how's your little one? And always good, always good.
Folds around to Marcus. Looks like he's going to limp in here out of the small blind with Queen 3 offsuit against Deb. Deb has checked. Ace 9 10 flop. Marcus checks.
Deb has anything, but she bets 80, so she has ace 3.
She couldn't even get her chips out fast enough for Marcus to throw his hand away, and she scoops the pot with another mystery
You
hand.
like how I say that with such confidence? She bets 80k, so she has ace 3. Like,
You just know what she has. So our short stack now, Selena's in the small, or excuse me, the big blind. Everyone's guaranteed just a shade under $3,000 now.
one shade.
One shade.
One shade of the 50 shades. No?
49 of the 50.
Has Wah looked yet?
Wah has
Did he
looked.
say all in? He just ships it. Oh no, he doesn't.
He is
100k.
raising to 100.
Ish. I don't know. I don't know how to count in increments of 10. It's really like it's weird. I don't do it very often, so it's 160. Okay, that makes sense. 4 stacks of 4. Okay. I was gonna see like 100, and I was like, no, those are 10k chips, not 5k chips. So 5 players remaining here in the 30k last Sunday event. It's actually gone faster than I thought it was going to. I think these players are tired.
Yeah.
They're going on. It's 1 o'clock now, so they're going on.
Because I didn't want him to shove all in with king 3.
This is a grind. This is a mega grind. They're
Hours of poker.
They've earned this money for sure.
And take this into consideration: 10-minute breaks all the way through. I think four levels until every break, and 10 minutes, all they get.
I didn't see it. Refit says it's not cool to ask a guy, hey, how's your little one?
Yeah, well, you know what they say.
And Jay looks down at King Queen offsuit.
I'm gonna let you guys fill that in. I don't know. I don't know what they say. I just said that because that's what people say sometimes.
Interesting. He's raised to 115,000, leaving 85k back instead of moving all in.
Yeah, Wah's got a decision, and he shows it. Wah's that type of player. He kind of wears his emotions on his sleeve.
If you're sitting here with pocket threes, you've got the big chip stack. It's only 4 more bigs to try and knock someone out. You got to be figuring you're going to be flipping a coin here such a big percentage of the time, as you are here.
But you got to think, why is Jay putting more than half his stack in?
It makes you think about it. When it's this short, when it's 5 big blinds, it just doesn't matter.
What?
I'm willing to just.
But like,
risk it.
why isn't he shoving? Right?
I mean, no,
Does that make it look super strong.
It does look super strong.
He
Wow.
mucks it because
It worked. If Jay would have shoved right there, maybe Wah probably would be a lot more likely to call.
I would probably call with a shove there. Well, like, you're putting half your stack in. You have a monster, right? Like, it's weird. It's
His plan worked.
It's just
His plan
so
worked.
weird that I might fold there too. Alright, if you guys like watching Wah fold pocket threes, make sure you hit that follow button at the bottom of the screen, the top of the screen, left of the screen, wherever it is. I don't know. Do you know where it is? Bottom of the screen. It's a little hard.
Somewhere on there.
I don't know. You can get notified every time we go live, every Monday and Wednesday night. Cash games every last Sunday on Sunday. Sunday Fun Day. Wah throws his
And-
blind over.
Jay is
Here, take a
loving
few
life.
more chips.
Just got to walk. Trying to separate himself from Selena as the short stack. Moves up to 8 bigs.
Boom.
This is right at the point here now where the payout jumps get big.
Yeah. We got a little battle going between Wah and Marcus for the chip lead. It's, I believe, what was it, 1.7 and 1.3? Deborah with JK, or KJ.
Looks like she's thinking about how much.
This is what one of our production team members would call the Kenny Jones.
The Kenny Jones.
Guess what his name is?
Kenny's a boss.
She puts out a race, 80K?
Looks like a min raised to 80.
I heard Sam say 280, but I believe he's saying that it's a raise to
280. Wall looks down at pocket 8s and looks like he is going to pump it up.
Pump up the jam, pump it up. Does that
I
count
like
as a
it.
theme
I like it. That's a good
song?
one. Bringing it, going old school on me. I like it. What up?
Hey. Yeah, dude.
Sam, get in here.
Yeah,
Get in here, Sam.
Yeah, Sam,
Come on.
get in here real
Come on. Get in here. Don't be shy. Sam, hold my hand. Come on. Come on.
We'll both hold your hand.
Love you. You're the man. Yes.
I don't love you as much as he does, I don't think.
No. No one loves Sam as much as I
I
love
didn't
Sam.
eat floor pizza with you, so.
Yeah, we had the floor pizza together.
We did have that floor pizza was amazing. That was the best floor pizza I've ever had in my life.
Fact checked. Fact checked. Take that, Trump. Fact checked. Floor pizza has been
Confirmed.
confirmed from the word of Sam, who actually is a time traveler. That's how he was able to be here and dealing the Stones Live at the same time. He's a miracle. He's our little miracle. So, poker. There's poker happening here.
Yes. Oh, there's poker going
He's
on.
got Jack 9 suited. He's got a decision. These are the type of hands that, in a tournament situation, when I'm low on chips, I like really, really want to shove with, but I know it's wrong. I always like see Jack 10 suited, Jack 9 suited, and I'm like, I want to do it. I want to do it. But
And yeah, you saw that look there. Jay wanted to shove, but he looks over at Selena. He's like, "Oh, I want her to get knocked out first."
yeah, it's always so tempting, but it's a good decision to fold there. In my opinion.
Here's our current. Stacks. We got Wah still in chip lead with 45 bigs. Starting off the action here.
125. Wah's like, yeah, nah, I'll just bring a few of my chips out real quick. Makes the
Down
call.
ace queen. Makes the raise to 85K.
Oh,
And
okay. I thought someone raised in front of him. My bad.
Selena
All in.
deciding to get all in.
And a
With-
snap call, I believe. What does she have? Guess what she has? Ace, Jack.
I'm gonna say ace 9. No. Pocket 8s.
Pocket ace, we got a race.
Coin flip for her tournament life. She needs to survive to stay in.
Sam says
Jack 9 deuce. So far, so good for Selena.
Still good.
No diamond for her on the river. Oh!
Diamond. Knocks Selena
Wah
out.
wins the coin flip, knocks out Selena in 5th place. Good game, Selena. Bringing home just 49 shades full of $3,000. 49 and a half. 49 and 9 tenths.
Almost the full 50
shades.
shades.
Jay is now breathing a sigh of relief.
Yeah, he's really moving up.
Guaranteed 34.96 now. The final 4, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so Jay started this tournament second last in chips, I believe. No, third last in chips. But he's moved up quite a few spots. He's moved up five pay jumps. You see Randy scrolling by. Now every time I see his name, man.
Randy.
Randy. You're gonna laugh like crazy when you hear that Randy.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to play it for next time I play cash game with him.
I'm gonna watch it with you right after the stream. If I'm not dealing.
Randy is
I
in
might
the
be
chat.
dealing at the end
What
of
up?
the stream. Who knows?
Good game, Randy.
Oh, his name is Randy too. Good game, Randy. It was a pleasure watching you.
Question here, commentators, any online poker background? Any online poker background?
Yeah, I actually am the co-founder of PokerStars.net. I net $45 billion a year.
It's interesting that they're asking online poker background. I don't know why they're asking that, but yeah, I definitely played my fair share of online when I was younger. That's all I played from, let's see, 2000.
Back in my younger days.
2004 to like 2003 to like 2011. 2012, I was like 99% online.
Right up until Black Friday.
I've played over 100,000 sit and goes online.
Wow.
That was my grind. The good old days.
I
The good old
those
days.
sit and goes, 2 to 3 tables. I love those.
At my peak, I was playing 40 sit and goes at a time. That was my peak in 2010.
That makes my
2011.
brain hurt. Like I
I would stack the tables on top of each other, and it's just snap decision, snap decision, snap decision.
Honestly, you
It's like
just
a quiz.
Honestly,
over and over
you
and over
just
again.
said that, and my brain just like imagine this computer screen sitting in front of us with like a million tiles.
So I would
open, and my brain started.
I would tile up to 24 tables on 2 monitors, and then once the 25th table popped, I would maximize one table to the biggest size I could get on PokerStars, stack the tables on top of each other, and then every time you make a decision, the next table pops up, and it's just constant decision making. So mentally stimulating.
Wow.
I love it. What's up?
I can't.
Welcome
do that,
to the
man.
chat.
I can't do that. So yeah, if you want to hear about my online background, yeah, I used to like multi-table, like 3 tables at a time. I'd have like a $3 sit and go going, the 1 penny, 2 penny, no limit, you know, and then like I would throw in. Sometimes I'd get frisky and do like the 2 cent, 5 cent, no limit, like
When you're feeling really frisky.
when I wanted to really put my whole bankroll in.
So while I look down at raised up with pocket kings, and Marcus shows the ace of spades, folds his hand, the ace 3 offsuit. Doesn't want to get into it with Wah as the other big stack. Jay's hanging on for his tournament life here with 5 big blinds.
Waz chips are like 30, more than 30 high, like I'd say 50 high. I love it. That's as a when you see that as a dealer and you like really know the guy and it's a guy like Wah, you start banging the table a little harder just to mess with him and look him straight in the eye and you're like, see that?
What's up, Wayne?
Just kidding, I've never done that in my life.
What's up, Wayne Poker? Mr. Poker Life in the house. Good friend of mine. Thanks for joining us. When I played the 40 sit and goes at a time, I was playing 9-handed and 6-handed, mainly 6-handed sit and goes. That was
It's a little easier.
That was the one year.
Decisions, right?
Yeah, that was the one year I got Supernova Elite. I'm very proud of that on Stars. That was awesome. All right, back to the action. Back to the important stuff. All right, Marcus raises it up with the mystery hand.
And he shows
Gets Deb to
the
fold the
mystery
4-3
hand,
offsuit.
and we're never going to see it ever.
I will head.
Am I being a Debbie Downer or what? We're never going to see it. We never know. Peace out.
Jay's still hanging on. Still in there with 5 bigs.
So Wah actually has over 2 million now. That one was on purpose.
Jay looks down at King Queen.
Snap.
Basically the nuts with 5 big blinds with 3 hands behind you. Shoves it in. Marcus gets out of the way. Deborah gets out of the way.
And
Does Wah want to call with King 3 offsuit?
Oh,
And I think we have A call.
I think I'd call it.
No. It's a
He
fold.
doesn't call it.
It's a tricky fold.
Do you call that? I think I call that there.
That is. I would call. I would call right there.
Obviously, we can see the hands, and he was way behind, but I think you got to call there. You got to eliminate that player, or potentially eliminate that player. Oh, last call for alcohol. I'll be right back, guys.
It's 1:15 a.m. here at Stones. Four-handed here at the final table of the last Sunday of the month. $300 buy-in, 30K guaranteed prize pool. The prize pool well exceeded the 30K, 53,000 plus prize pool. Wah now in the small blind with Ace Jack of Diamonds.
Can I have some of that Run Good juice that he's
Yeah,
been drinking?
he's definitely running good, catching the cards. Life is good. Chip lead running over the table. Put Jay in. Jay folded the
He's gonna
7-8.
start looking like hungry hippos in a second. He's just gonna start going.
That's a good one.
I have a hypothesis. Right when he gets his stack too high and it falls over, he's gonna run into a big hand.
You guys heard it here first.
Oh, so interesting. You see, Deb, her profile is actually linked to that seat 1 position, but she decided to move over a little bit, probably to see the other players at the table. So she actually has to reach over to that first diamond, put her cards on there for a second, and then pull back.
Does she have to put it on the first diamond, or can she put it on the
She
second
has to
diamond?
put it on the first diamond, because if she puts it on the second diamond, I believe it'll pop up as Selena. Or nobody at all.
Maybe she's a huge Selena fan. Maybe she wants to be feeling kind of
Yeah,
famous for a second, though.
maybe.
All right, so 4 left. Waz in the commanding chip lead with 55 bigs. He's been coasting here ever since the 10-4 snap off. And Run Good continues. Looks down at pocket 7s.
Yeah, I think this is the point in the tournament where Wallach's on a big hand and he just kind of wants to eat into people's stacks.
And looks like we are going to have a call-in confrontation. Unfortunately for Jay, looks down at pocket 5s at the wrong time. He's going to be a
Snap call.
4-1 dog here against Waz 7s. 7s hold, and we will be 3-handed here.
2, 3, 4.
To the flop for 500K.
2, 3, 4.
Deuce 6-10. Jay picks up a backdoor straight draw. A 4, there it is.
One
He's
of
now
them.
drawing to a 3 or a 5 to stay alive. Nope.
Nope, doesn't get there. Congrats to Jay. He climbed up the ladder.
Jay definitely climbed the ladder very nicely in this
He
one.
got eliminated in 4th for 34.96. Not a bad day of work.
Good game, Jay. And then there were 3.
Major
there are the
Giggle
chip counts.
says false prophet. Are you talking about the? I don't think one of his stacks has fallen yet. Okay, so we'll wait.
So Deb is the short stack with 9 bigs. She's played a great game here to get here this far and make it to the final 3.
Yeah, she
Now
played
looking,
nice and snug
now
to
looking
get
for
here.
a spot to double up, and
The only time she really got out of line was that small blind, big blind situation where she unfortunately ran into an ace and she folded. Smartly folded. 'Cause who knows? She might not even be here if she made that call. You said you would have made that call. I mean,
well, I wouldn't have raised, but if I had to jump into that spot,
Okay.
I actually would have shoved. I would have straight
You did
shoved.
also say that you limp most small blinds.
In that spot, the big blind had like, I think the big blind had about 5 or 6 big blinds, 7, 8 big blinds right around there. I would have shoved. The king 6 would have been a shove for me, and
Yeah.
in that spot, hand versus hand.
Lost. Waz says, I'm sorry, I just drank my Run Good juice before I came in. What do you want me to say?
So Deborah raises to 120,000. Wallach's down at aces and puts her all in. And she gets away.
Dude.
She gets away.
Right when I decided to
He shows the aces. Deb feels good about the fold.
All right, so he's got aces. So he's had the pre-flop nuts. Watch his stack. Oh, his face is getting really close to it. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. It could be a small spill. It doesn't have to be the whole stack. Small spill off of one of those stacks could be the end. Probably won't be the end of it. I'm just saying it'll be a pretty big hand.
He is hot like oven. He is definitely hot like
I
oven.
think at this point he has so many chips that even if he runs into this the second in chips all in, like it wouldn't even be a huge hand.
No, this is right now. This is
So here are the chip stacks.
here we go. So Waz, massive chip lead.
2-1 on the second place. Who's Marcus?
Let's go, Deb. Time to double up.
Someone ace, and I'm like, oh my god.
So Deb's kind of trying to do one of the equivalents to icing the kicker. I think she wants to take a 3-minute break so Wap can cool down a little bit. I'm assuming that's not the reason why she wants the break, but
That's definitely not the reason. She's a gamer. She's a gamer. Marcus looks down at Queen Deuce suited in the small blind. And he is going to raise it up.
65? Can't be 65.
Looks like 90.
Blinds
I
are
think it's
40,
90.
right?
120. Deb folds. Current chip counts. Everyone's guaranteed $4,000 at this point. Not bad for a Sunday night.
Or Monday morning, however you
Or
look at it.
any other day, any other time of the week.
Well, I'm saying it's literally Monday morning.
It is Monday. It is Monday. Marcus folds 8-5 on the button, first act. Deb folds. On to the next one.
I can't even play with you. I don't
So Sam clears his hands, and with that, looks like they're on a break.
Sweet. All right. So Deb has been bobbing and weaving and grinding it out. She's still in there, fighting it out, trying to get that 12K payday. It's been a fun tournament to watch so far.
And it's gone quick.
It's about 5 minutes. They wanted to take a break.
All right.
Okay.
Justin, what do you have to
We're
say?
good.
I think we should hear some more about your heavy metal band.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
think so.
I think we should definitely hear some more about your heavy metal
You
band.
should get him to sing a verse.
Oh.
Here.
No, I don't
we-
want to ruin the equipment. Oh yeah.
We had a request for Mr. Taylor Swift here to give a little screamo action for you guys.
No, not gonna do
Just
it.
not
hear
gonna
it one
happen.
time. One scream.
No. Not gonna do it.
well.
Not gonna do it.
$10, $10.
Oh, $10. I'm stuck tonight, so don't tempt me with $10. No.
Oh man.
I can't do it.
Is Taylor
Sadly.
Smith a skateboarder?
No. He has the magic 8 ball, and the magic 8 ball is not answered.
Oh, hey, excuse me. He's asking the 8-ball.
Ask it again later. That's my 8 ball answer for you.
Let's see the commentators breakdance. All right, let's go.
Do
Let's
we have
go.
enough room in here to breakdance? Once again, don't want to ruin the equipment. I really care about this equipment.
All right, so if you're just joining us, we are here at Stone's Gambling Hall, just outside of Sacramento, California. This is the last Sunday of the month, $300 buy-in, 30K guaranteed tournament. Prize pool got to 53,000 with 208 players. We're down to the final 3. All 3 players are guaranteed just slightly over $4,000, playing for the first place prize of 12.6K. We're on break right now, and
It's gonna be a short break.
this will be back. This will be a short break.
I think it's a little potty break.
Wall has been.
We don't get a potty break though.
No, there's no potty breaks. We have
there's-
bottles here under the table that we have been. This is actually I'm peeing right now. Actually, you guys can't tell. Like this is my third.
Yeah, it's getting warm.
Yeah,
It's getting warm.
it's getting full. Can I get another bottle?
Yeah, there's metal bars on the windows. We can't even leave. Can't escape until it's done. So,
Are you playing the WSOP Employees event this year?
no.
No?
I played it one time. I did play it one time. There was a really long line, and I
I
got
didn't think
in.
about that.
I was dumb. I didn't sign up ahead of time, and they had like some problems. They didn't have enough people running the lines, and I was standing in line for like 3 hours.
Oh, ouch.
And by the time I got in there, I was like, my stack is a all in or full, like already, and I was like, this sucks.
Honestly, I've been like amped up to finally be able to play the Casino Employees event this year for the first time,
Yeah.
and honestly, just looking at it, like the 5K starting stack, 30-minute levels, just looks so not good. I don't even think
It's really not good.
I don't even think I'm gonna play it. I don't think I'm
I
gonna
don't
play
blame
it,
you. I don't blame
know?
you at all. The reason why I played it, it was the first time I was in. It was the first time I was in Vegas. Period.
Oh, nice.
First time I was at the World Series, I was like, it's a bracelet event.
Yeah.
It's the only one that I'm gonna be able to play because I'm working all the other ones, you know. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. Why not? And it ended up being a crapshoot. I mean, I imagine if I started right off the bat, it wouldn't have been so bad. But my situation with it was a crapshoot.
Yeah, I was looking at my schedule a few days ago, and the absolute must-play tournaments I'm going to play this year out there are going to be the $1,500 Millionaire Maker, the $1,500 Monster Stack, obviously the WSOP main event. I'm trying to remember what the other ones were. I think there was one Planet Hollywood, 2K, 2 million.
Well, yeah, Planet Hollywood has some good ones.
And I know I'm forgetting a couple more for sure. I'm playing at least 4 or 5 WSOPs, a few other side events, probably the ARIA 500, WPT 500. I don't know. I hate making plans. I really do.
Yeah,
I really do. I hate making plans. I've been planning on playing the Casino Employees event all year up until like a few weeks ago, and I was like, change that. I don't like to
Shut it
really
down.
I don't really like to make plans past tomorrow.
So I'd rather eat Randy asks, when are you going to be in LV?
I will be in Las Vegas, I think June 6th to the 12th, the 23rd to the 29th, and July 7th until I win the main event, or get to the final table of the main event.
Yeah. And obviously I'm doing commentary for that final table as well. I'm going to be sandwiched in between Lon McCarron and Norman
Obviously.
Chad.
Obviously.
Just kidding.
Well,
Justin Kelly had that opportunity though on Stones Live. Did you watch that?
no.
Oh man. So Lon McCarron, Norman Chad, and Justin Kelly
that's
sandwiched
awesome.
right in between them. It was awesome. And it was like right when I popped it on, because I was like, oh yeah, Norman Chad's supposed to be here. It's gonna be awesome. Norman Chad and Justin Kelly. It's gonna be sweet. I turn on Twitch and the 3 of them, and I was just like, this is awesome. Like I never would have imagined like some place I work at have these 2 people and Justin Kelly. Which
That's awesome. Justin's awesome.
It's good. It's good. I would have been crying on the inside.
What were the buy-ins into those PokerStars sit and goes, and nice jobs getting super. I was at that point in time, the first 2 months of that year, I was playing $60 to $500 buy-in sit and goes with a couple $1,000 buy-ins sprinkled in. And then once I stopped going absolutely crazy, I kind of coasted the rest of the year and played 30s and 60s and 100s. So yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah,
That was definitely the wildest thing I've ever tried to do.
I can't imagine doing that many at once, especially especially those stakes. Like
Yeah, it was wild. That was a wild time.
That's like even quicker than like whatever it's called, like the turbo flash poker or turbo poker or whatever the hell it's called. Like
Yeah,
where
yeah.
You're just like fold.
Oh, the zone. The zone
Yeah,
poker,
zone or yeah,
whatever.
there's
Yeah,
a couple other
Rush.
ones at Rush. I'm gonna grab a water. You want water?
I'm good. I'll hold down
back
the
in
fort.
like 5 seconds.
All right. All right, so we are almost back from break. Final 3 left here for the Stones last Sunday of the month tournament. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Thank you for everyone joining us in the chat.
And I'm back.
1:30 a.m. here on a Sunday night. And,
Monday morning, but who's counting?
right?
The only reason why I'm so obsessed with the fact that it's a Monday morning is because I have work at 9:45.
That's rough.
Back here at Stones.
No
Gambling.
one, I don't think anyone in the world should have to start work that early. I don't think anyone should have to start work before
Period.
noon. Before noon. It's just ridiculous. The way our world works. It's so early. I think my
You hear that, Donald?
my average my average wake up time for the last 2 years is like 3 p.m. It's like my average wake up time.
Wow.
Average go to sleep time has to be around
Life's good when you wear a triangle shirt, you know?
average go to sleep time is probably 5 a.m. That's my schedule. Hey,
Awesome, man. They're getting IDs out.
my brother from Croatia. Thanks for joining us, man.
They're getting IDs out. That may mean chop.
Go to
Or
work
at
at
least
8.
thinking about it. Maybe they're trying to figure out if all these people are over the age of 21.
This would not be.
So far, all right. So the IDs have been sacrificed, so nobody can buy alcohol at this point. Not sure why he took those, but we're back in the action.
Deb folds
we
the
got
button.
we got another dealer change. Adam in the box now.
Marcus gets the walk.
One of the resident Floridians coming in from Florida.
Who, Adam?
Yeah, Adam's from Florida.
Ah, I did not know that.
Yeah, him and Ben, long-haired Ben, Sunshine, some call him. Sunshine. Yeah, they traveled from Florida to move here. Pretty exciting, actually. I can't imagine because living in California my whole life, I can't imagine moving to another state. But I also probably, if I grew up in Florida, I wouldn't imagine doing that either. It'd be like the equivalent, basically the equivalent to California, right? You're like, what's better than Florida?
California.
And then you're like, oh, let's give California a try. You know what I mean?
I grew up in Washington State. I grew up in the rain. I dashed to California the second I could when I was 18, 19
Yeah, and
years old.
I can get that.
All right, Marcus looks down at his hand in the small blind. 6-8 offsuit, puts Deborah all in. And it looks like
She calls.
she called with
She's got 9 high.
king high.
I was right. She had a 9.
She'd have a 9. And a 9 high is good enough to win here if Marcus doesn't hit a 6 or an 8. Ooh,
There's a king.
Great flop for Deborah. Not Selena with the avatar there. Not to be
Yep.
confused.
See, she probably put her. It says Deb. That's kind of weird.
It does. That is pretty weird. All right, and Deborah gets the nice little 9 ball in the turn to lock up the double up for her.
Hey, no passing notes.
And Deborah is alive. The dream is still alive for Deb.
Oh, dream weaver. I'm surprised I haven't been seeing more. You should have seen me on that table,
really
man.
disappointed.
You should.
I'm really disappointed.
You should have seen
I'm
me on
really-
that table because every single hand that was dealt, somebody would say something, and I would just start singing a random song that one word came out of their mouth, and I was like, you know what, Dreamweaver.
right, so Deborah doubles up there. She's got 6 big blinds now. I really hope she wins this. Deborah's a boss. She's super cool. Hopefully she can make the comeback happen here. All right, action's gonna start here on the button with Marcus. Second in chips.
And
Just under 20 bigs.
It's always cool seeing females go deep in tournaments because you know in the poker world, what percentage of poker players do you think are female?
God, I know I've heard this stat before. If I had to guess off the top of my head, I would say
5%.
that's probably right about right.
Yeah,
I don't know. It sounds good.
5%, and like
1 in 20. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, obviously, I just made that stat up. Like that's not an actual stat, but like 1 in 20, like it might even be less than that. So like
That'd be a good guess. That's a
so
good
like
guess.
it's good to see. And I know women out there like to see it too, obviously.
And looks like Wah put in a really big raise there, maybe an all-in raise with pocket 8s. Marcus snap folds, and Deborah has just cloned herself and now has
Boom.
2 chip stacks.
Yeah, so she's got 11. If you combine the two,
Yes.
she's got 11 big blinds. Yeah, I think we're running into issues because she's sitting in that spot.
Action will start here on the chip leader on the button.
So Big Mac Stack said that it's 3%.
3%.
So I mean that sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
It's crazy to think because they are smarter than us. So
That's true.
maybe that's why they stay away from poker.
That's also probably very true. That makes sense. Deborah's still hanging on with 6 bigs.
And if you've never seen Adam deal, he's like the fastest dealer in the West.
He's a super good dealer. He's
Even though
he is a
used to-
professional dealer.
Even though he used to live in Florida, he's still the fastest dealer in the West because he's now on the West.
Yeah, he's a very good dealer. Marcus raises up the button. Queen 10 takes it down.
Is that Waz backer sitting behind him? I don't know.
Deb is first on the button with 6 bigs.
Okay, so I just heard Adam say to Deb that they switched it up so now she can use the diamond right in front of her.
Okay.
Just a little fun fact. So this is the point of the tournament where it's really good to have a dealer like Adam because he's going to shuffle up and deal real quick. Because there is going to be a lot of folding at this point.
So 3 players left. Wall with the commanding chip lead here still.
We're still waiting for one of those stacks to teeter. They're getting mighty high up there. What do you say? That's got to be close
That is
to
a mountain.
60
It's
high.
a mountain stack.
The middle one's probably higher than 60.
And looks like Deb is... Nope. Marcus says nope. I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep the pressure on. And he's going to push her out with 8 deuce. Marcus using that leverage with his chip stack to push out Deb.
And it's pretty interesting because she's only got a 3-1 on her chip stack. So she really doesn't have that much leverage on her stack.
Marcus on the button here, starting off the action, looks down at an unplayable hand, folds it. Deborah moves all in from the small blind,
So interesting to think about. If Marcus doubles up
and
Deb,
she takes it down.
if Marcus doubles up Deb, they're actually tied.
They're gonna, yeah,
Or
they're
pretty close to tied in chip stack. So that's kind of scary.
Yep. Deborah moved all in with pocket sevens. Wah folded 5-4 offsuit in the big blind for 5 more bigs. Deb hoping to look down at a nice hand here on the button to shove with. Looks down at queen 6 offsuit, lays it down. Marcus gets a walk.
If I'm Wah here, I don't think I ever give a walk.
Yeah, I'd
Never ever.
I'd have, yeah, I just want to keep the pressure on right here.
I don't care if it's 7 deuce.
Action starts on the chip leader here on the button, 3-handed. Looking to continue doing damage as he's done.
So Jimmy Bluffett's hypothesizing an ICM chop with Wah getting 17K, Marcus getting 7K, and Deb getting a jar of Nutella and a Stones jacket. Hashtag seems fair.
Seems fair.
So Deb's really trying to hold on her chips here. I would much rather take second than third in this situation.
Marcus looks down at Jack 6 of clubs, decides to lay it down. Deb looks down at 4 high, gets away.
So the difference between second and third is 3,200.
Yeah, this is right.
Difference.
Yeah, and I stand corrected. I said with 5-handed, this is where the payoff jumps get big. It's right here 3-handed right now, where the payoff jumps have been about $500 a spot, and now we are looking at the big gap between third and second.
200 is huge.
Almost double for moving one more spot up. Deborah looks down on the button, shoves all in for little over 6 bigs.
I can imagine she's shoving with any king, any ace.
Marcus wants a count. Deb has
She's
pocket
got-
fours.
I was gonna say, or a small pocket pair.
Marcus has king 5. Matching
bit
up
of a decision.
Matching up really nicely here for a flip if he decides to make the call. If he had X-ray vision, he would make the call. And he lays it down.
That's a really tough spot. I think that would be a really tough spot for me as well. What do you think you could do there with king high?
Honestly, I'm gonna call there. Not knowing what she has, I'm gonna call
Yeah,
right there.
obviously.
I'm gonna take a percentage to get heads up, and if not, I'm still right there even with her 3-handed stack wise.
Yeah, it's tough because you know she's shoving with any pocket pair, any king, any ace. So she could have king 6 and have you dominated. She
true.
could have any ace, have you dominated.
Marcus looks down at 6 deuce of clubs, and let's see if he continues to lay on the pressure. Nope. Interesting. He decided to put her all in with 8 deuce and fold the 6 deuce suited. Interesting. Deborah's moving up.
8 bigs now.
8 bigs. Now if she doubles up off Marcus, their stacks will switch.
Yep. Do the old switcheroo.
The backer now standing obnoxiously close to the table. I like it. Marcus folds. Wall gets a
Now
walk.
they're just giving Wall chips. They want his stack to fall. They heard me. It will crumble. Look how many plaques he has. It's plaques.
That's a
and
pretty
plaques.
sick looking sack.
Like, that's the only time you have that much plaque and don't see a dentist. Nightbot coming in with the Stones app. Download the Stones app from Google Play or the App Store, Apple App Store. You can actually sign up for the cash games directly from the app. Check
Yeah,
out
yeah.
tournament schedule.
Download the Stones app on your phone.
I did that today, actually, in between my dealing shift, which was about 9 hours. Had a couple hour break. Went and got some lunch off-site. Went onto the Stones app, said 1213, sign me up, and it puts you up as a call-in. It signs me up as Tay-Tay, and then when I popped back in, I was there on the list.
Nice. Yeah, you can put your name up on the list, check and see what upcoming tournaments are coming up at Stones, which in fact, here in about 2 weeks, is the 6-shooter, a very interesting tournament. 6 starting flights over 3 days. You're allowed to combine all of your stacks that you make to day 2 into one stack.
Yeah.
That'll definitely be interesting. 100K guaranteed, $200 buy-in on each flight. That'll be a fun one.
Yeah, morning flight and night flight those 3 days. I believe it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep. Marcus looks down at King 9 and looks like he's raising it up. And Deborah snap
Deb
shoving back
shoves it.
with Queen Jack offsuit.
So she's got live cards.
This might be the one. This might be
The old switcheroo
big-
or the knockout.
my gut's telling me he's going to call. Looking at his body movement. He's already got some money in there.
I can't imagine him not calling here. Oh, Deb's standing up. That means she has the nuts. I'd fold.
Marcus is weighing it out. Looking how much he'll have left if he calls and loses.
Marcus is jonesing for that Nutella. You're right, Jimmy Bluffett. You're right. You make the jokes. Man, that there was a 1-3 table on table 12 right in front of the Stones Live game.
Yeah.
It was going since last night, and it finally closed down. It was actually kind of annoying because it was right smack dab where we were starting the tournament. And obviously they're doing like we talked about earlier, their cash game antics,
Yeah.
you know, talking about random stuff, being loud, drinking all night.
It was a 1-2 game?
It was a 1-3 game.
1-3 game.
And all the tournament players. were
Oh,
looking
and there it
over
is.
like- and he calls.
Marcus makes the call.
Clack, click, clack. All right, we got live cards. So a 10 gives a straight to both players. No, I'm just kidding.
So this is a big all-in here. If Deborah doubles up, her and Marcus' chip stacks are going to be just about switched. If she doesn't win, Marcus is going to be heads up. Deborah's looking for a queen or a jack on the turn. And
No
Deb is down to
help,
one last
Deb.
card, looking for the queen or the jack on the river, or she will be eliminated. And that is not it.
She takes third place.
Third place for 4K.
Well
game,
done.
Deb.
Very well played by Deb. She climbs the ladder, hits just over 4,000.
Great run, Deb. Third place for 4K. That is awesome.
So now we got the 2 remaining players,
Waz got a 2-1 chip lead, and
and his stack hasn't fallen yet.
it
So
hasn't fallen yet. Not yet.
he's dominating right
Not
now.
yet, yes.
Until that happens, he's in a commanding chip lead. Sounds like they are negotiating a chop. Wazbacker listening closely. Just kidding, I don't know. He did lean in though.
And yeah, looks like they're talking about a deal here, possibly. Some kind of chop.
Waz says, my stack is at least 3 times taller than yours, so
I'm hoping they don't figure out a deal. I'm hoping we can continue and play here, but
yeah, because who
when
needs sleep?
when there's a lot of money, I mean, this is what, first place is 12,000, a little over 12,600, and second place is a little over 7.
Yeah, this is a big negotiation.
This is a
for sure.
$5,000 jump here, so
A lot of times in the looks like we have a deal. We'll find out the exact numbers. A lot of times in this spot, when people are when players are negotiating the chop, I've actually seen players have a
8,700. You get the rest. Of
outstanding chip lead and actually give a little bit more than they should have to the other player because they know the other player is a really good player, and they're like, I don't know, I want to give you a better deal because you're a really good player, and it's kind of interesting to see what the final numbers end up being. So it looks like we have a chop.
Yep.
We have the numbers.
we have the numbers, and the agreed upon amounts were Wah gets $11,190. $68, so $11,168 and the seat, and Marcus is going to walk away with $8,700.
Okay, I believe that's the next month's last Sunday seat.
Yep.
$300 value, and both players walk away with a jar of Nutella. So it's a win-win.
Yes. So yeah, great game, everyone. Big paydays for Wah, Marcus, and Deb. Great run, great action. Yeah. Another great
all around good night.
Yes.
And it wasn't that long.
It wasn't long at all. We definitely went the under on 9 a.m.
Yeah, there you go.
You can get at least 2 hours of sleep now before you have to go back to
like
work.
minimum. Or I can just play the cash game.
That's right. I think you should just play the cash game and just go straight into work, no sleep.
Yeah.
Go total DJ
Yes.
style tonight. All right. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us here tonight on this late night, last Sunday of the month Stones tournament. Thank you for everyone for the entertainment here on the chat.
Yeah.
For Taylor Smith, I'm Michael Longcar. Have a great
good
night,
guys.